Dalmatian looks at a cow and goes, "Fuck, man, you look amazing." Cow looks up to the Dalmatian and says, "Fuck, you look amazing." No, I fucked it up. The cow walks up to the Dalmatian, looks at the Dalmatian and says, "Fuck, man, you look amazing. Look at me, I'm all fat and shit. My tits are hanging on the ground. You look fantastic."
I
Get it? Fuck.
You're right.
We smoke too much.
Ross has been away from civilization for too long.
You can tell he's on the farm.
Fuck, don't talk to me about it.
He's telling jokes about cows talking to dogs.
That's all we've got up here. That's all we've got. The avocados don't talk, all right? So shut up.
So it's only the animals, not the vegetables, that talk.
Oh, fuck. The vegetables have started to talk. I don't know what's going on.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're listening to the All Talk Car podcast. Just the boys tonight. We haven't had a chat.
Boys hanging out.
Haven't had a chat for a long time. Hosted by Peter Aronis, Halil Mustafa, and Ross Galetis.
Greetings.
G'day, everybody. What is going on?
Lots of car news out there at the moment, so we've got lots to go through.
We've got heaps to go through. Car news, Hal? What do you got?
Tesla didn't sell a car in Greece in the month of July. Hot off the fucking press. Listen to that, Roscoe. I'm the front runner. I should be a news reporter. Sorry, Halil, you were saying?
So Toyota dealerships are getting orders left, right, and centre for Hiluxes and Land Cruisers now that the Taliban's back in charge.
That's shit joke. That's shit. I didn't like that one. They don't order them. They steal them, don't they?
Actually, I got a better idea. I'm going to go out tomorrow and look if I can rent a Yaris, white Yaris.
Why?
Because I'm going to stick urgent blood delivery stickers on it, so I don't need an exemption.
It beats putting Domino's stickers on that Hilux ute. That photo.
Oh my god! Did you see that guy?
Yeah.
So for the listeners that are not in Australia, let's go New South Wales, Victoria, or Queensland. If you're lucky enough to live in Darwin, Perth, or Adelaide at the moment, you're not in this extreme lockdown we're in. I get it. It's COVID. Whatever. Fuck. Halil, don't get started. There's guys, because there's curfew being introduced, people are putting Domino's stickers on their cars and cruising around like they're Domino's delivery drivers.
Are you driving to work? How are you going?
Hey, I drive every day. Oh, I wouldn't say every day. Every 3 days I drive.
Is there a strong police presence on the road?
Yeah, so I've been pulled over 7 times in how long we've been in lockdown now?
6 weeks, 7 weeks?
6 weeks, yeah. So the first week I had 2 guys pull me over. But I think we talked about that, didn't we? The guy that I bought the coffee. Yeah. And then I've had a few, like some random ones have just been like on the freeway, you're belting it at 110 on the speed limit. And then it literally just picks you out of a bunch and pulls you over. And
I think that's the number plate recognition.
You reckon?
They're going off your address.
Yeah. So so I haven't had it in the last 2 weeks since I've basically based myself up here. So
there's a million high patrol BMW 5 Series and undercover Chrysler 300Cs going around Bankstown, so it's pretty much of a hotspot.
Oh, really? You guys are really copping it? Or?
And where I work and where we park the cars, Hal, I noticed tonight there were about, on the entrance when you come in, there was about 20 Kia Carnivals all lined up under here. So
really?
I think the Travelodge is being used by certain government workers that wear camouflage, I guess.
Or blue uniforms. And
no, not blue. Colors. Probably the army housed here. But yeah, so we're going through a lockdown at the moment. But seriously, have you got car news, or is it just the Land Cruisers?
Well, because I don't think the listeners are going to be happy with Tesla. No one's selling a car in Greece. But anyway,
Nissan's released the 400Z.
Yes,
that is the ugliest piece of shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, what the fuck, Ross.
And it's a Datsun. It's horrible.
They use the shittest fluoro yellow fucked up highlighter that's 6 months old colour.
Yeah, that's it. And if they'd used maybe BMW for all the internals like a smart company like Toyota did, then we'd have no problem. This piece of shit. What, you're going to have Nissan underlings? It's a Datsun. It's a 120B with a body kit.
It's probably
Hey, twin turbo V6 manual rear wheel drive.
No CVT auto.
So it's almost as good as an MX-5.
They'll bring it in at $100,000. You watch. They
won't see. I don't know if it'll be that high because it's really replacing the 370Z. So,
Oh, that was a huge success, that one.
It's the only car that Nissan used for its 40th anniversary and 50th anniversary. It's the same car.
Oh, what a heap of shit. I mean, I'm just, don't like it. Rubbish.
it'll be a good competitor to the Supra.
You reckon?
Yeah, because
The Supra's got a great road presence. When you see a Supra, especially from front on, it's
Yeah,
a
but we haven't
horn-looking
seen-
car.
yeah, but we haven't seen the 400Z in the flesh yet.
Yeah, but fucking look at it.
I've seen it. I've seen it in the flesh. I saw it. It
Yeah.
looked like shit. Anyway, obviously, Halil, you like it. Tell us what you
No,
really think.
I'm not. I like the grassroots, front engine, manual, rear wheel drive,
Old school.
lots of power. Yeah, and it'll suit the tuning market, the aftermarket. The guys will get their hands on it. So it's not something that's, you'll see people do different stuff with it. And we're car guys. You want to see what people do with their cars.
True. I mean, we might see guys put a set of wheels on it, coilovers, maybe
They
tune
will.
it, exhaust. Come on, Halil. I think
And
it's
Nissan needs a halo car. I mean, they got the GDR, but that's 50. That was used at the 40th and 50th anniversary as well.
It's going to be at the 40th as well.
Do you reckon the design team took 5 years off? Sears will come back in 5 years.
Oh,
With a lot of these Halo cars, especially like the GDR,
can you stop? What's a Halo car?
like your Halo car, BMW's got the M8.
Oh, yeah, i8.
Hello.
It's like the top of the tree. The car that's like...
It like Mercedes, what is it, the AMG GTR?
When Holden had the Caprice.
Oh, so like Kia's got the Stinger,
yeah,
The
that's
Stinger
right.
would be a halo car, yeah.
and Tesla's
But-
got the 3.
At the end of the day, the GDR, time's gone past that, and now it's at a point where Nissan's got to come up with a car that's going to have some sort of hybrid drive line. It's got to, or else they're not going to sell it.
Do you think Nissan's going to fall behind like Subaru have in terms of the
Yep.
WRX just becomes the WRX? And I know we talked about it a few weeks ago with Justin, but Honda really lost their performance edge, and they've got fuck all. They really don't have any cars that you would go that are worthy. I mean, we were chatting at the dinner table only tonight, and my brother-in-law's girlfriend, who's 24, she's like, oh, any car you could, any car you want, anything you want. And she was like, my wife was like an old 300 SL Mercedes. It cost like $20 million. And she, of course, I think she just Googled most expensive car that can, no, fuck that one. But this 24-year-old girl said, no, it's a Nissan GDR. I was like, oh, okay, really? It's like, it's a Nissan. Yeah.
Well, Nissan needs to update their GDR. Like they need to bring it at some kind of
Is there a
R36
new one
and house. It's gonna end up being hybrid.
Yeah, but is there a new one coming?
Well,
No,
there's all this leak stuff on the net, but I think Nissan's got caught out with it, that they were in a awkward spot with timing, with Euro emissions, and everyone going towards, hybrid drivetrains, and they just couldn't roll it out quick enough to beat that. So now they're probably behind the 8 ball.
but this is the issue. Renault and Nissan are in an alliance and throwing Mitsubishi now. Renault Sport and how you had the Clio. Renault Sport makes some good cars. Imagine a Renault Sport chassis with a Nissan body on top. It would be an interesting and pretty good car. It'll handle well. It may not have the power.
Renault's done all the hot hatches, and I don't know if they. I mean, maybe if it was a combination of Renault Sport, the F1 team, like Nissan, but they're gonna need a hybrid driveline, and they may have missed a boat on it.
Yeah, they've just
Because the
done
GTR has
SUVs.
always been known as this, fire-breathing, ballsy twin turbo 6.
Tunable.
Otherwise, there's no point. And it's getting up there.
I'm not a huge Nissan fan. I don't.
And it's getting up there in price, eh? Like, your entry level's like 200 plus on road.
Oh yeah. They're only
So
selling.
would you go out there and buy a 200 or 300? Once you start ticking boxes, would you go and buy a $300,000 Nissan GDR? Or would you go and buy a Porsche?
I'd go buy a used Turbo S or something. I don't know. Just
Yeah,
Turbo.
911, hands down.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Holdens. You said
Well, they're up there too.
You said used an S. I don't know. Just came to mind.
Other things that I've noticed, there's been a lot of television watching in our household, and the Olympics were on.
I thought you were going to talk about The Voice.
No. With Gay Sebastian. No.
Like him, don't tell me.
We're watching the Olympics, and have you noticed during the Olympics, they've got a Halo car. They're back with the Halo word. There's always a car company that city uses, and normally you'd think it's the local or the national car
what
brand.
did they use, Pete? I didn't even know.
Well, I've made a list of the cars they used since the Moscow Olympics. We can go backwards.
Go start with Moscow and give me the year.
No, we'll go backwards. So in Japan, when I noticed Toyota was heavily involved in providing vehicles for the Tokyo Olympics, and you see this weird hydrogen Toyota that was during the marathon. But we'll go back. 2016 was in Rio.
Yep. What do they use?
What car maker do you reckon they used?
Peugeot.
How?
I don't know, Renault.
Close. Nissan was the car of the Olympics.
So they use those pieces of shit. All right.
Yeah. Then London was 2012 was London, and
They used Range Rovers.
this one shocked me. No, you won't guess this.
BMWs.
BMWs.
Yeah, well, there's a huge affiliation between the UK and BMW. It's a secret one. They love
Yeah,
it.
but you'd think they'd use. You're right. My mind would went to Jaguar Land Rover.
Yeah, but they wanted shit to actually move around.
Yeah.
They didn't want we need 1,000 cars, and then they went, well, Land Rover, I'm going to need 2,000 cars from you. You want a couple of tow trucks? No. They just couldn't cope.
There's no points in starting the archery without the officials there because they're broken.
Oh, they would have to have Land Rover, the official car of the 20 whatever year it was, London Olympics, and follow-up sponsor is Hino Tow Trucks. Thank you. So we can tow the cars around. Go.
Next one, 2008 was Beijing. Now I've noticed that.
Oh, it had to be like SsangYong Motors or something, right?
Volkswagen.
What? But not German-built Volkswagens, the Chinese-built ones. Come on.
Possibly, you're probably right. They had 6,000 Volkswagen vehicles. They had some Skodas and Audis. So,
no, it's Skodas and Audis. It may be because the Skoda and Audi's not built in China. It's only Volkswagen.
So yeah, you're right. The Volkswagen factory in China would provide it. Now, Athens 2004. I think there was budgetary problems there.
They were using Aprilia scooters.
50-50. No. Hyundai Getz was the official car of Athens 2004.
No. Bullshit.
The Getz is a good car, Hal.
That's because they spent all the money on the stadium. Can you imagine? Now we need to go and buy the cars. Did you spend all the money on the stadium? I'm like, I'm getting the money for cars.
It was you can tell there was a budget constraints there. Sydney 2000.
Holden. Yeah,
I remember the Commodore. Remember when they were running the torch relay? They had that VE Commodore with a lowered C pillar. It was running on LPG or some hydrogen gas.
No,
do you remember that, Hal? The torch relay. They had that. Was it the VT Commodore with the? Yeah, anyway, I remember it was a hydrogen. I didn't look into it. Someone's probably screaming at the radio, going, "It was one of those, you idiot!" But what I also noticed is the VT was out for a couple of years, and then as soon as the Olympics finished, the VX came out. So I don't know why they waited. Atlanta 96. America.
Like Dodge or Ram or something. General Motors.
Buick. So they had the Buick Regal Olympic Edition as their car. Barcelona 92.
Barcelona? Oh, it's got to be something obscure like what's the Barcelona? What's the Spanish? Say it.
Yeah, say it. You're right. Got in one. The Say It Ibiza.
And they had the Say It Barcelona.
The Say It Ibiza.
Yeah. What else next?
1988 was Seoul.
Again? Didn't we have Beijing? Oh, that's Korea. Same country. Same similar.
Beijing was China. Korea was Seoul, 1988.
I didn't pass geography at school.
So
what was it? There's a car. So Hyundai, not Hyundai. Kia.
Hyundai.
Oh, Hyundai.
It was called the Hyundai Stella.
Ooh.
Looks like a shitbox, but it was 1988.
Yeah.
84 was Los Angeles.
Chrysler.
Again, a Buick.
Okay.
So,
must be the official.
And Moscow.
Oh.
Get.
What was that car? What year was Moscow?
1980. You got to get the Google out for this one.
No, I don't have to get it out. I know what it is.
Lada.
It's, no, not Lada. It's not Lada.
No.
It's that other one. What was it called? The cars they used to make in. Oh, it's at the tip of my tongue.
No. It's not on the tip of your tongue. You're full of shit.
No, it is. What's the ones they used to make in.
The Moscovich.
No, it started with an S.
Well, yeah, you're wrong.
Oh, okay, go.
It's called a RAF. RAF.
Never heard of that.
It looks like a combi van, but it's got like a beak on it. So look up, boys and girls, RAF-2907 for images, and you'll see what the Moscow Olympics had. So that was a bit of reading that I did after watching the Olympics.
Yeah, it was great. What's happening? I've been building a off-road buggy. It came with a 100cc motor, and we put a 175 cc's. We built it to 175 cc's, and I've just ordered a 300 cc motor for it. But I'm a little bit worried because the Chinese frame is not holding up. Today, it's got this spare tire on the back of it. I took my son for a spin today. We finally got the thing all back together, and the exhaust manifold on, and I'm becoming very handy with working my way around a carburetor and whatever. So we're hammering this thing around the farm. I have my 11-year-old son in the car, was smashing it around the farm, and I've turned the corner, and about 20 minutes later it stops, and my other son says to me, "Shit, Dad, you were flying! Like, what happened? That thing was really quick. Where's the spare tire?" I go, "I don't know." And I had a look where the bolts were, where the spare tire was bolted to the back of the roll cage, and it literally, I don't know, the force of me going around this corner has literally snapped it off. So now I'm questioning the actual strength of the frame that I'm about to put a 300cc motor in, and the whole thing's going to fall apart.
Are you guys wearing helmets and gear when you drive that thing?
Yeah, of course. It's like a whole thing. The off-road buggy scene is massive. If you start Googling it, and I'm kind of getting into it a bit, but not so much Polaris, but Can-Am make these off-road machines that are like
big business in the States.
Yeah, but
$30,000 buggies.
What?
They're not cheap.
$30,000 buggies.
Mate, keep going. The cheapest one I could find used was like 75 grand.
Oh, no, that's ridiculous.
But in America, you can register them. You can't register them here. If you could register,
did they ban the sales of the quads here for a while? Is that
no? Well, they didn't ban them. They basically said you need to have a roll cage, and then Yamaha and all those guys. We're not putting roll cages on our quad bikes. I think they've stopped the sale of all quad bikes that were for performance, and then just the ag bikes, which is different.
The ones that look like mini bikes on four wheels. So look, the ones that look like motorbikes with handlebars, but you've got that Polaris sort of 4-seater ones for around the farm.
Correct. For example, my son has got a 90cc, like sort of Raptor type thing. We've also got a 700cc Raptor, which they don't sell anymore. They're just too powerful and they're just monsters, right? But if you want to buy like an ag bike to go around the farm and, tow a bale of hay or whatever, you can.
Do you have a track set up?
Yeah, we've got a full motocross track at the back of the farm, and my older son, hits the jumps and does that. It was actually quite funny. My 11-year-old's not really into bikes, and he says, "Dad, I want to get on my two-wheeler." So he gets on his Pee-wee 80 and a little Pee-wee 80. He's belting around the farm, and he's loving it and whatever. And then I'm like, "All right, you can come in for lunch now." And he just keeps going around and around and around in circles. I'm like, "What the fuck? This kid's loving it." I've taken videos. I'm telling him, "Oh my God, he's out there. He's loving it. It's amazing. He's loving it." Turns out the bike had no brakes, so he didn't know how to stop. So he just kept going until we had to get. Well, no, the fuel didn't run out. He ended up just ramming it straight into an orange tree. Oh, that was a lemon tree. And he's like, "That's it, I'm off." And he's just gotten back on since. So, I ordered it quickly.
And you're worried about the frame?
Yeah, I'm worried about. No, this was on his motorbike.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm worried about the frame. I know.
Check the brakes, buddy.
Yeah, I know, no brakes at all, like nothing. And then the older son goes, "Yeah, I took them off. Could be fun." I'm like, "Yeah, that's not fun." But yeah, we've got a full motocross track, tabletop jumps. It's good. I can't hit any of them. I'm too uncoordinated, but everyone else seems to.
Another thing I've noticed with this stupid lockdown is it's wreaking havoc on car batteries. I tried to start two of the cars in the fleet. They wouldn't start. At least the 968 got going. The 993 didn't start. The Bentley wouldn't start.
Do you want to give me the Bentley to drive up and down from the coast? To get the alternator going?
We should. So we're going to invest in some trickle chargers, but not here. We have to move it from the secret lair back to the factory unit and get some trickle chargers.
I've got the best trickles charger set up. So all the bikes have got this little plug on the side, which we've hardwired into the battery. And when you ride it in, you literally just go up to there's like 15 power points on the wall, and you ride up and plug in. That's it. So you finish the day with plugging it in. Definitely worth trickle chargers. They're worth it.
You know what is the COVID issue? Petrol.
Fuck, it was $2 a litre today.
$2 a litre.
I've never seen that 200.
Do you know why?
Litre.
Because I know you can't leave your LGA. It's a hotspot. That's why. It's cheaper where I am.
One, they're not getting as many customers, but two, they don't give a fuck. They want to get what's the name? If they make money at $2 a litre, they'll make it. Because I know a few guys that have got servos. Because, mate, I don't care. He goes, I've got 6 staff and I can get $1,500 a week for each of them.
Diesel's still $1.43. I filled up today after 3 weeks. That was a good little purchase.
Not that, Pete. Your car's diesel.
Yeah, but $2 a litre. The Shell today had 200 cents. Never seen the 2 lit up. I've seen it at 189, 191 a couple of years back, but not at 200. Looks like the rest of the world's cranking up and we're playing catch up.
Yeah, we were laughing at them a year ago, going, "Oh, you're all in lockdown." And we're...
Petrol was 80 cents a year ago. Imagine the price of milk went like that. Oh, it's Thursday. Fuck, milk's gone to $3. Be anarchy at the supermarket.
It's not far off. Some people are seriously going to lose their shit.
Pete, Halil, most people are losing this shit. The last thing I wanted to do was talk about coronavirus on the podcast, but
no, I know.
Most people are losing their shit. They're being locked down. You know, you got the
I mean, really losing their shit and doing.
I know, man, but you got two extremes. You got people on one side that are, most people go, keep the lockdowns going, keep them going. It's for the safety of the community, whatever. And from a medical perspective, I don't even want to talk about that side of it. But
No.
And most of those people are the ones that have got jobs and they're still getting fucking paid. Like, they work in a bank and they've been given a nice $3,000 laptop and they're allowed to work from home in their backyard. They do fuck all and they, I'm on a call. You're not doing shit. And then there's the others who own their own business that are suffering and waiting on money from the government and blah 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 that are saying, "Fuck, hang on a minute, I'm happy for the lockdowns for the safety of the community, but where does it end and where does it stop?" Or it's like when you go to jail for killing someone, you get 25 years, and you're going to get out in 25 years. Gladys just keeps giving us a reverse sentence. You're going to get 1 month. You're going to get another month. Fuck, what are you wrong?
Mate, Pete, every night helicopter.
Oh, mate, I was on the balcony today. It was a beautiful day. And, mate,
Yeah.
I've got choppers, non-stop, blue and white choppers flying over the house.
What are they
it's because we're near the helipad, near the police helipad.
Yeah. Ross, you know that flight tracker app?
Yeah, it's so funny. I love
Yeah.
it.
So the other night, I'll send you the screenshot. The other night, the Cessna, mate, this bloke did enough. It was a solid green line. It wasn't even a faint green line anymore. I was going to call him and ask him if that, like the guy had a medical episode and he was just going around in circles.
So what did you do? You got a flight tracker app.
It's the best, isn't it? The best. You know the best.
So this Cessna one did laps around Sydney. What's it
Yeah, it did laps around Greenacre, Yaguna, Georges Hall, Condor, like that loop, like a circle, right?
You, Pete.
Was it a police plane?
Yeah, it's a police plane.
There's none in the sky now.
If you go and drive through the back of the airport, it's parked out near the helipad.
Yeah, where the new garage is with the police choppers.
Yeah. It's not a little Cessna. It's
a big one.
It's a bit bigger. Maybe we can get Captain Sedaris to go and hijack it.
The captain can tell us what's going on. Yeah, but the blue and white choppers, I mean, they're not Bulldog supporters. They're non-stop. And there was a plane that took off at 1 a.m. last night. It was cranking up the engines. The wind was blowing our way.
Yeah, that would have been, I'll tell you now, that's them.
Fuck, it was loud. My wife looks at me and goes, I said to her, look, I've got no idea. It's my fault for living near the airport, near my private jet.
Yeah, that's it, Pete. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good. We don't, I don't know. As I said, I don't want to talk about it.
No. It's not the purpose of this show, but it's there. It's real. We just wish everyone stay healthy. But I miss driving. I miss getting in the car and going for a drive. I know every pothole in Marion Street. I know the 2-kilometre trip to home backwards. I don't miss the traffic. There's no traffic on the road, but it's funny how the school zones are still flashing.
Oh, the school zones. I don't miss the drive. I'm doing an hour and a half every day if I have to go to work. It's pissing me off.
What's the names are back? They've got the mobile speed cameras parked everywhere.
Yeah, but they don't put signage next to the speed camera.
Yeah,
The signage is like a warning sign that this street may be used.
Yeah, no, the signage is on the side of the car, a sticker.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
you know what they got? You know how they had the Klugers and now they've got the MGs.
Oh, do they?
They've got the little MG SUV.
Oh my God, could someone talk to me about that collaboration? What a piece of junk. Who would go and buy an English brand and turn it and pretend it's English, but it's made in Land Rover did that. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry.
It's the first MG where the roof doesn't leak. So
no, it does leak. They just put some shitload of silicon on it.
We're dishing a lot of car makers. We're going to get any cars out of it after lockdown. But
that's okay. They didn't give us any before lockdown. It's okay.
But some MG models have hit the top 10.
You've got to remember that some people like being abused.
I've got to leave. I had something to say, but I refrained from saying it
for fear
of people putting it on the podcast. No.
Hello, Daddy.
No. Hello, Daddy. What? That was a good podcast. You like it? That was a good podcast. I was watching. There everyone in lockdown's talking about not podcasts, Netflix, and it's like, oh, it's so great. You go to sit down to watch Netflix, and you spend 3 hours trying to work out what the fuck to watch, and then you go to bed without watching anything. Does anyone else do that?
Yeah, by the time you go through and try and work out what the is gone.
Yeah.
I've noticed all the movies, if you go to Foxtel movies, all the good movies have disappeared.
Foxtel? You're living in 1973?
Yeah, cable. It's the rules.
Yeah.
No, all the movies have disappeared. It's all shit. So you have to go.
1995 wants their Foxtel box back, Pete.
Oh, no, it's on demand. But
okay.
I've got it for sport.
Oh, so you plug in your modem? You just can't use the phone at the same time?
Yes, someone picked up the other line. I got upset, yeah.
Oh, shit, I was downloading a movie. I was streaming it. Oh, mate, do you remember the good old days of downloads? We talk about downloading. Kids these days get to download, and if there's a problem with their Wi-Fi connection, they just re-download it. We had to sit there and wait for the disc jockey on the top 40 once a week on a Friday night to hit record on the cassette player.
They wouldn't fucking shut up before the song started.
I know, they always had the intro.
Yeah, fuck.
Because you didn't want to always, such and such, Halil Mustafa's birthday today. Which shout out to Halil. Fucking shut up. It's the start of Wake Me Up Before You Go by Boy George. No more George Michael.
Who's fucking showing their age now, Ross?
Fucking hell. Halil's got Halil's got car news. Sorry, Halil.
Into motorsport news. Bathurst looks like it's going to get postponed again.
Because it's got COVID.
They were going to do it on the first weekend of November then. And then there's a guy that runs this thing called Bathurst Challenge every year. Right? He does all those fast track days and stuff.
And he's booked it.
He's kicked up a stink saying, nah, that's my weekend. I've got a contract and I want to stick to it.
What a dick.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's a bit of hate. Look, Ross, he's got a commercial agreement, right? So if he bailed on it, they'd want him to pay. So I think he's just angling towards a payday. In what is interesting news, remember that girl...
MD will be racing? No.
Remember Renee Gracie, the girl, the V8 Supercars driver that quit and went to do OnlyFans?
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Well, she's
living with you now?
No.
Oh,
lucky I got the headphones on.
Nothing coming behind you, but hello.
Yeah. No, she's using the money she's made from OnlyFans for a race team to make a Bathurst 1000 comeback.
Can you explain to me what OnlyFans is? What's that?
Oh,
it's for like sports stars that.
It's for sports stars that aren't real sports stars.
And they've got fans that love them. Like she knows how to drive manual and everything. She
knows how to drive a stick.
So she knows the way around a stick. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. And her fans pay her to do it. It's like a gentleman driver.
So she's on OnlyFans.
What's your username, Ross? Are you logging in?
No, I'm not actually, but I'll let you know what it is. I'm just looking at it now. Oh, guys, this is terrible. OnlyFans, it's got sexual content on it. It says I have to be over 18. What's wrong with you two?
No, they're changing it, Hal, aren't they?
Renee
they said that once
so she was banned from Instagram.
She was what?
She was banned from... Oh, she's got some nice legs.
And next week's guest...
I'll be 5 minutes, guys.
What are you going to do for the other 4.5?
I didn't mean that.
Log in.
I was looking her up.
So she's talking about going to rallying and she needs a co-driver, Ross?
No, she's coming. No, she's making a V8 Supercars comeback.
Mate, it looks like she's got her own built-in airbags. I can do that now.
Wasn't she, the last time she was in Bathurst, wasn't it an all-female team? Was that the team, Hal?
Yes. Remember when one of the other drivers called it the pussy wagon?
That's right. Man, they got in trouble.
That?
Yeah, one of the drivers.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was an all-female team. I think the crew was female. There was a pink Commodore. Their car broke down. I think they did all right. Yeah, one of the drivers said some derogatory remarks about them. But
mate, I'm just reading her statistics. She's a pretty good driver.
I'm sure she is, Ross. What statistics are you looking at again?
She knows how to drive manual.
Just the left and the right statistic. Can we get her on the show, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll come on.
All right.
I'll get my OnlyFans page to link up with hers.
Yeah. Oh.
Actually, mine's called an OnlyFan page.
Well, you're yourself.
My wife gives me the $20 a month on my OnlyFan page.
Kind of like your own page, Pete.
So there you go. And another announcement: Bunnings have shut down. The government said to shut down and
click and collect only.
Local LGA, and they said we'll beat the government by 10%, and they shut down all suburbs in Sydney.
Oh wow!
Boom, 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 boom. That was the joke.
No, but they didn't they? Did they?
They didn't want. I mean, it's true. They didn't want people leaving the LGA to go to the other LGA.
Yeah, fair enough.
So there you go. All right. So that was just us tonight. We had no guests, but it's been a while since with the three
That was
of
a
us
little bonus snippet. A little bonus
had a
one.
chat
Little
in
bonus.
lockdown. We've got a guest lined up next week. I'm not going to say names because it usually gets jinxed because I'm meant to be on tonight.
I'll message Renee.
Yeah, we've reached out to our overseas guests, so we're waiting to work out hours that will suit. So we've got a couple more coming up. So again, thank you for listening.
Rate us, review us.
Us. Hit those stars.
Watch
Even if it's
Halil on his
3.
OnlyFans page.
What's your OnlyFans page, Hal? For
Mine?
some explicit content, if the fans want to look you up.
Yeah, you don't want to see none of me.
Is that why they've changed?
He's on the no fans page.
Pretty much.
Hey, I wasn't even allowed to register for no fans, let alone OnlyFans. Take it easy. It said facial recognition denied. Not happening.
Yeah, so download us, rate us, review us, send your questions to alltalk@outlook.com.au, and my thoughts go out to the Tesla dealer in Greece who failed to sell a car.
Not one car. Not even one.
While they weren't even in lockdown. So
I've put it at the top of my list. I've got alerts from Twitter now, so I want to know what happens in August. So every month, I'm going to give you the statistics of how many Teslas are sold in Greece. And at this stage, it's looking like there's none yet. So August, it might be a 0 as well. So we've had July, June, and possibly August 0. Rate us, review us, and go and watch Halil on his OnlyFans page.
So, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Morons.
Fuck, man. No, seriously. Guys.
Where'd you get that statistic with the Greek Tesla?
It's true.
What the fuck?
It's true. It came up on Twitter. He sells no. Seriously.
Do they call the model Y the model Ypsilon?
No.
Get it?
Got it. What's it? Teslas.
Hey, have you heard about the hedge fund in the States? Some Chinese family that blew $20 billion in 2 days.
How and what? Buying Teslas?
I bought MG and Range Rovers.
They bought another factory to fix the leaks in their MG.
I love it.